Rajeshwari, don't stop sharing your screen until I ask. Are you creating any Ec2 instance, Rajeshwari, here?
Sir, I have created EC2 instance, sir.
What's the need of an Ec2 instance in this case? We are trying to develop a serverless concept, right? So when it is serverless, we don't require an Ec2. And what other services are you been using?
Lambda and S3 and API gateway.
So how are you making your invoking calls from your Lambda to API gateway? What type of API
using
protocol are you?
Function, Lambda function.
I'm asking what type of protocol are you using? This protocol, HTTP.
HTTP or REST, I think.
I see you're using HTTP.
Sir?
I see you're using HTTP, I believe, right?
HTTP or REST? REST.
The exam papers clearly suggest we should use HTTP. Free to choose the REST API call. And then EC2, we don't know why you are being such working on the EC2 part because EC2 is not required here when it is a serverless. We don't use EC2. So can you explain why the EC2 came in between?
Sir, I'm going to install a DB instance in the EC2 social web server. Need to configure that in EC2.
Okay, so you are using MySQL or MS SQL on the EC2 instance.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
And why not RDS?
In RDS, using RDS service, I'm using it creating a database instance. I'm using the endpoint and installing it in web server, EC2 web server. I'm connecting both of them, EC2 and RDS.
You are actually diverting the actual architecture the document is talking about. Where is your RDS located in? Are you opening the post towards the public subnet or the private subnet?
Private subnet.
May I know what is the status right now?
I have created S3 bucket and installed an whole static web page, uploaded a static web page in that, which will show login page. User will take user input, just a static web page, and that I have configured Lambda and Amazon API gateway, and there is an interaction. I configured interaction between Lambda and the Amazon API gateway, and created going to create RDS in private subnet. So I created VPC and private subnet, and I'm going to create RDS in private subnet. That's it. So that's what. Before I did RDS and configure with.
What programming language are you using for the Lambda?
So normally as
Writing the Lambda function.
I'm not very sure about the code, so that I'm using the sample code which are given here, node.js.
Using Node.js.
And before I got a error for creating DB instance, configuring DB instance in web server, it showed can't connect to MySQL. So I'm creating another.
Maybe you didn't open the ports the right way, and the EC2 instance ports are not being mentioned at the RDS level.
I have given all traffic and I have changed it to 3306. So I have given
3306 port.
Sir?
So your web.config should be having this particular port number. Or the server files should be contacting to this particular port number.
Okay.
Again, I would suggest not to use the EC2 because this is a serverless application or the serverless that we are looking at. EC2 is not required at all. And as we are doing a static website, we will be deploying a website in the S3.
Sir, I'm getting your voice so low, sir.
Okay. So I prefer not to use the EC2 at all because EC2 is not required in this situation. It is a serverless architecture, right? So in the serverless, EC2 never comes into the picture.
Okay. Then I need to configure within Lambda.
Yes, exactly. So when you make a call, when the user make a call to the index.html page where you have the front-end UI code, it should talk to the API gateway, and the API gateway should be calling to the Lambda as mentioned in the architecture.
Yes, sir. It's calling, sir. I need to configure it with S3 buckets, sir, and these two are configured, sir.
Okay.
And I need to configure Lambda with RDS. That's what I'm lacking.
You can keep sharing your screen for some time. I'll ask you to stop sharing.
Sir?
You can keep sharing your screen for some time. I'll ask you to stop after.
Okay, sir. Sir? Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you help me where I'm going wrong in this creating database, sir? RDS database.
Have you created the database first of all?
Sir, in the process of creating database, I'm getting errors. Sir, I have created a private subject.
Hold on a second. So you're creating a database in separate VPC, right?
Created VPC and private VPC.
Okay.
And I have attached it to NAT gateway for making it private.
Mhm. So I have created the route tables, subnets both.
These are this is the
So what's happening? You're not able to connect to the what is that?
okay.
The RDS into your Lambda.
No, sir, when creating database, it's showing that
Mhm.
DB subnet group doesn't meet availability zone coverage requirement.
Okay. Can you come down to the error once again? It does not meet availability zone coverage. Can you open your subnets private? Open the private and public subnets both.
I created only private subnets. Login subnet.
Go to your DB. Go in the RDS page. You should be having one more thing. Right? Go to your RDS page.
Yes, yes, yes,
One sec. Subnet group. Click on subnets group. Yeah, create one DB subnet group and parameter. Did you create the parameter group also? You need to create the parameter group and subnet group. The DB subnet group description. Only two. You can have two. Still you're getting the same error. So the subnet group that you created, the subnets that you created has two availability zones or only one?
only one available.
In the VPC, I'm saying.
Yes, sir, only one.
Add one more.
create only private subscription given aggregate in the VPC.
Okay, in the subnets, try to add one more availability zone and then try to attach that subnet to the subnet group with a minimum of 2 availability zones. Your laptop is running out of the power.
Since morning, there's no voice.
Okay. Okay, then you can stop sharing the screen because it will take long amounts of power. I can stop sharing the screen and let me know if you need any help. Try to find some power source immediately or else you're gonna disconnect from the call. And can you show me what are the resources that you've been using and how the communication is being established? So what are the services, AWS services are you been using here?
S3, RDS,
Okay.
and VPC, sir. And
Mhm.
I used EC2 also for
Mhm.
launching server.
Okay.
Connected my EC2 server with RDS, sir, for table creation. Tables creation, I use it. RDS.
Okay.
I
Okay.
created in this way, sir.
Okay.
User ID, password like that in a MySQL database.
Mhm.
So, daily, I created one bucket, S3 bucket, and I launched one static website in that, sir.
Mhm.
This is
So
my
how many
buckets.
buckets do you have? Only one bucket you created?
Sir, one bucket.
Okay.
RDS, tables, EC2, and for security reasons, VPC, sir.
Can I see your VPC in the other tab? Can you open your VPC and the route tables as well as the subnets?
This is my VPC, sir.
Okay.
The subnets. skill 1 and skill 2, sir. These are the my two
Okay,
subnets.
can you open the can you click on the skill 1, just the skill 1,
Okay, sir.
and yeah, can you go to the route tables over there in the below
Yes, sir.
inside the skill
Okay.
1, in the skill 1 itself. When you click on skill 1, you get the below options. We can see the route tables, etc., right? What route tables and what NACLs they have been connected to. Yep, at the below screen. Yes, can you bring that up a little? Great, yeah. Okay, go to the route tables tab. No, in here itself, Go up a little, you can see the route tables here itself.
Sir, okay. Skill RT.
Now click on route tables here. Okay, network ACLs, okay. Click on routes. Okay,
Created internet gateway also, sir. Internet gateway.
yeah,
This VPC is connected with RDS, sir. I'm taking VPC.
got it,
Lots of
got it.
RDS. In RDS, I create tables, sir, by using some commands.
Okay, so you are using the MS SQL or MySQL or DS?
MySQL, sir.
Okay. So what is the communication? How the now the communication is being happening? I mean, not completely. I know it. There would be some errors,
Not
but
completed, sir. No, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but how are the communications happening between your Lambda functions and the API gateways? Can I see that?
So actually, I'm getting confusing with this one. I am. I have so much idea about that code, sir. Actually,
Mhm.
so I'm facing some issue with that.
So in the
This
API
is
gateways, is it communicating to a Lambda or not?
no, sir.
Not yet. Okay.
Complete only EC2, sir. I launched for RDS purpose
Mhm.
and VPC and S3, sir. These four, sir.
Okay.
I work
So
on these four
can I see your
subjects.
Lambda functions? You have written the Lambda functions or not?
Actually, no, sir. I'm trying to write that one, but it's not. Just copy that sample code and I'm trying to edit that one. I'm trying so many times, but this is not happening. So
Okay.
that's why I'm saying, sir. Yes. That's it, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the execution is not it's not even partially also we are not able to execute. I mean, if the
Yes, sir.
networking is being completed between the services, we can say that the execution is partial even here. So there's no networking between services even.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, but I would rather say this is a well try. There are many people
Thank
in
you,
the
sir.
outside world who are not even trying this much. But I appreciate you both guys that you are trying more than that you can do. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So I
Thank you
have
so
quick
much.
questions about this. So I would give an uh, I would like to ask few questions regarding a kind of Viva here. So uh, do you have any idea about the versioning in S3?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. What does the versioning do?
Version means if unfortunately any object is deleted or any bucket is deleted, then by using versioning, by enabling the versioning previously, we can get automatically, sir. We can get, versioning.
Okay. What is an
Restore the deleted thing.
what is an S3 life cycle?
Sir.
What is
S3
S3
life,
life cycle? No, no, Rajeshwar, it's not for you. It's for Anil.
Sir, S3 life cycle.
Yes.
Since so many types are there, sir. In S3 storage types, sir. Are you asking
Yes, storage types. Life cycle is nothing but the storage types.
standard site, standard
Mhm.
different types, different lifetimes, sir.
Okay. So what is a private subnet and what is a public subnet?
Private subnet means it belongs to some organizations like not public organizations. Public organizations, they are using public IPs actually. Private organizations and private institutes, they are using private IPs like this.
Okay. So yeah, this.
And we have public IPs and private IPs.
Mhm. So coming to the Lambda, how are you authenticating from the API code, the API gateway to Lambda?
We're using ARN, sir, Lambda ARN is there. By using that, we can establish connection with ARN.
Not the establishment. Apart from establishing, also we have some permissions also, right? What service we can use?
Permission, sir. What permission?
Yes. What permission? What service for the permissions we can use here?
In AWS, sir, I mean
Yeah, in AWS only.
IAM, sir. Identity and Access Management.
Okay. So did you hear this word called CORS?
Or sir, spelling.
Yeah.
Spelling.
CORS.
I don't know much more, sir. I don't know, sir.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. So how do you prevent attack in the since we are using a static website here, and how do you prevent attack using the API gateways? If it is an EC2, you can install some kind of firewalls, right?
Sir.
But if it is an API gateway, how can we prevent attacks here?
Using different stages also there, sir. In stages.
Stages story is different.
Sir.
Stages story is different. We are now stages is only for deploying it in prod, dev, or QA, whatever it is. How do you prevent attacks? So can you show me your RDS instance?
This one, sir. One skills India.
One sec. Okay. So can you go to the security here? Okay. It clearly says we should. This is an EC2 instance. I'm asking about the RDS.
No, sir, it's easy to. Okay, sir. Okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry for late. I am facing some
No problem.
issues.
Yeah, I can understand the internet issues. I can understand that.
Yes, sir. That's why.
No worries. Yeah. And both of you make sure once you are done with the hackathon or something like that, try to remove all the resources that you guys are creating, or else your pockets will be burned with the savings that you have.
Sir.
Recently, we attended AWS they hosted a concert, no sir. I think so.
Okay.
So we attended that, sir. So they given us with 50 credits, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 100 credits is 100. I mean, 100 credits is nothing but the $100. Mostly they'll give free for everyone. Even if anyone opens an account, they'll give 100. Even if you have an Amazon Prime account or Amazon account, you'll have that. Yeah. Can you click on that RDS instance? Okay. Can you look at the monitoring? Okay. There's no monitoring, nothing at all. Okay.
Monitoring means we are in CloudWatch, sir. What's great?
No. Normally in the monitoring itself, you'll get the number of connections. I just want to see how many connections that happened. And if it is really being executed, how much memory it's being utilized. Yeah, that's fine for me. Go up a little. More. More up. Okay, go to configuration. Okay. Okay, yeah. So
Yes, sir.
any idea about what are the type of EC2 instances do you have since you have created EC2 instances? What are the type of EC2 instances do we have in
There are
AWS?
so many types of T2 micro.
No,
We have
not the instance
a lot.
types. I'm not asking about the instance types. I mean asking like the something like
Reservation.
yeah,
Reserved
reserved
As
instance
per
on
as
demand.
per sir, on demand memory based type instance.
What is the difference
So
between on-demand and reserved instance?
on demand means if you want exact period, sir, for a certain period, if you want to launch one instance by using on demand instance, you can launch one instance and use that time, sir. Demand on at the time of demand
Okay,
on.
okay.
Reserved means you can reserve for some time, sir. For some period of time, you can use that particular instance for by using pay-as-you-go pricing as AWS offering that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Overall, I can say you did a good job because I can see that you put some efforts on preparing the communication. But I can give you one suggestion. So since it was said a serverless concept, never
Yes,
try
sir.
to use the EC2 instances.
Yes, sir.
Try to make calls from the Lambda function to create the tables if required. So create 2 to 3 Lambda functions, or else if you want, you can directly connect the RDS instance and via PG admin or MSS, whichever software you are using. We have the MySQL connection database, right? Connect through that and try to create the database, the tables and do the inserts, everything. When it said it was on serverless, it's nothing but we should not use any kind of server-based concepts like EC2s. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Thank you,
you
sir.
did a great job. I would appreciate that hard work that you're doing on this from morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Uh, Rajeshwari, can you start sharing your screen?
Yes. Sir, I had done front parts, sir, that is and S3 buckets and API and Lambda. So
Mhm.
this is the URL so that it is opening my S3 object, that is the page. This is the page it is open and I'm unable to connect it with store it in database, sir, because I'm getting error while creating RDS instance due to network confusion and to
Okay. So what are the services did you use here?
I have used IAM service and API gateway service and
Mm.
S3 buckets and root VPC and RDS. That's
Okay. So how many S3 buckets did you create?
only one S3 bucket.
So can you show
And
me the
I
yeah.
am not able to store data which I have given in the console in the form. So I didn't create another S3 bucket. So I only created.
That's okay. That's okay. So I would like to know, I would like to see the communication between the API gateway as well as the Lambda. Did you create the communication between them?
There is communication between API and S3, and then I need to check for Lambda.
Okay. So can I see your front end code you wrote? You said that you wrote some front end code, right? Can I see that code?
In
So the
sprinting,
your voice is breaking to me. I don't know. Is it's only for me or any for others too?
Rajeshwari, once check your network, your voice is breaking.
audible.
No.
Hello.
No, it's still breaking.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Now, okay, Rajeshwari, carry on.
Yeah, somewhat better. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, I have have configured API gateway in Lambda, sir, and have
Can I see that
created
integration?
VPC.
Can I see that
Okay.
integration?
Yes, sir. Due to network connectivity, it is loading soon. Sir.
Okay. I can wait. No worries.
Okay. Sir. API gateway. Sir.
Okay. While you are trying on that, I would like to put some questions on this part again. So something like the real-time questions. I don't know whether you guys experience this or not. I see that Rajesh, you're creating your resources in the Oregon or North Virginia. Which region are you creating the resources? Okay. So have
Not
you
Virginia.
North Virginia? So if your S3 bucket is in different region, can your Lambda communicate with the S3 bucket? So for example, your Lambda is in North Virginia and your S3 is in what is that Oregon region. So can they communicate each other? Hello. Oh, she's not in the call, I think. Prasanna, I think she dropped from the call, maybe due to networking issues.
Hello, sir. I got disconnected from the
Yeah, no
call.
worries. No worries. Yeah. So the question I was
I
asking is,
rejoined in mobiles. Yes, sir.
okay, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
చెప్పండి. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the question I was asking is, for example, think that your Lambda is North Virginia and your S3 bucket is in Oregon region. Can the communication happen between them?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
As it is a global service. Yes, sir. As it is a global service, we can access it from there, sir, any region. Hello.
No, you cannot
Sir, is
access
it
it.
audible?
Yeah, yes,
Sir,
it's audible for me.
it's a global resource. No, sir.
It's a global resource only, but when you create an S3 bucket, you can actually mention the region where the S3 bucket can be built on. As per the AWS, it is a global resource, but inside the settings, you can change the region. And again, when you create the Lambda in different region and S3 in different region, the communication will not happen because that is the AWS documentation says S3 and Lambda should be in the same region.
Okay, sir.
And what is like we have tags in all the resources, right? What is the need of
sir.
tags in the resources?
For identification, better identification.
Okay, so coming back to the issue that you faced, how many subnets? How many availability zones does an RDS require?
At least 2.
Okay, so then why you're able to not create an RDS before?
I didn't see look into it properly.
Okay, so the reason it looks like is you didn't create 2 subnets. We need 2 subnets at least, and each subnet should be having in one availability zone. And you should be having subnet grouping while creating the RDS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same question that I have asked to Anil. Do you have any idea about the CORS, the CORS?
Cross region.
I'm not looking for the abbreviation or this acronym. Can you tell me what is the need of it when we actually get an issue during the resource utilization?
I'm not sure about it, sir.
Okay. What are the types of API supported by API gateway? Hello, you there? We lost you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, now it's audible. Tell me.
Hello. I'm not sure.
Okay. Are you able to share the screen now? Can you show?
Socket. Only I know REST API,
Okay.
HTTPS API, and WebSocket API. Only both two I know, sir.
Okay. So what is a private subnet and public subnet? What is the use of them?
Private subnet is what out world can't the contents inside the subnet. Only within the VPC we can access it. And what about public subnet? Outer world too can access the contents from the servers and content in the subnet.
Okay. So what is the use of security groups in the VPC?
So because of security groups, we
We lost you. We lost you, Rajeshwari. Can, can you join from phone? Dial into the meeting
Sir,
directly in regards of connecting via web.
sir, can you hear me now, sir?
No, it's okay. No, it's
Hello,
okay.
sir. Okay, sir. So security groups are because of controlling the traffic and availing particular services into the subnets or out inbound and outbound flow should be controlled through security groups
Okay.
and
So can I?
availing that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I deny networking uh, into my resources using security groups?
Can I
Deny.
deny it?
Yeah.
Yes, if you not
Can I?
mentioned, if you not
Okay.
mentioned any security group, then it is not available to access. No, sir. Particular service is not available to access.
Okay. Good. Yeah. That's what I was expecting. Yeah. That's it from me. Prasanna, any question? Do you want to add anything?
No, sir. Uh, overall view is completed, sir. If anything is else.
So I actually I didn't look at the execution part of the communication between the resources for Rajeshwar because she has the internet issues, right?
Okay.
Yeah. From the execution side, both of these side, there is no final output yet. So they are still facing some errors and they are yet to resolve them. And we are already crossed our timeline. So we are given them 6.5 hours, I believe, 10:30 to say 5.
Oh,
So
yes, sir.
yeah. And yeah, that's it. So apart from that, nothing else from my side too.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And marks will be announced in. I will intimate through mail. Okay, if you are shortlisted for final national level competition. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, can you wind up the session?
Yes, please. Yes, I'll upload the marks in the document that you shared to me.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Is Ram in the call? Raman?
యా ఎస్ పూర్వ గారు
Yeah, అండి అయిపోయిందండి. ఇంకా ఏమన్నా అడగమంటారా?
ఓకే ఫైన్ సో ఎవాల్యూట్ చేశారండి మొత్తం
Yeah. వాళ్ళు చేసిన సర్వీసెస్ వరకు అయితే I've looked at those services
లైక్
they've created.
ప్రాక్టికల్ రిలేటెడ్
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've looked at the communication between these resources for Anil. For Rajeshwar, I was not able to see because he has some network issues and it was not connecting properly.
ఓకే ఓకే
Yeah. From the execution part of the final output that was given in the cheat sheet, it was not executed completely.
ఓకే
That's it.
ఓకే ఫైన్ పూర్వ గారు థ్యాంక్స్
Thank you.
ఫర్
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. And Anil and Rajeshwar, I would like to add one more thing. So when you look at the architecture, try to understand what the architecture is actually trying to say. So both of you guys created only one bucket. You should be creating two buckets as per the architecture. One bucket to catch the logs. And the other thing you guys missed is creating the certificate utilizing the ACM, Amazon Certificate Manager, because you are asked to do the HTTPS API calls between the services for the API gateway. So it means you need an SSL certificate and the Route 53 to attach the certificate for. So just make sure that these are being also added when you're trying it for the next time. Try to write down points on your note paper before implementing any architecture. That's what we do in our organizations when we get some questions. It would be very easy for you to understand more. That's it from me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate both of your efforts on this from morning. Yeah, I see I would like to appreciate the team, the APSS DC team who are actually supporting this. There is no people from in the other parts of the state except Andhra is doing this, I believe. Really appreciate Ram and Prasanna garu మీ ఇద్దరికి. చాలా యాక్చువల్ మాకు మా అక్క తిలక్ చెప్తూనే ఉంటాడు మీ హార్డ్ వర్క్ గురించి. I would appreciate for your hard work on training students on this part. Great.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay, sir. Now I am closing the session.